What's going on? Let's get right into it. It's your boy Dcentos. I'm joined here by my co-host, man. It's Yomo, man. Say what's up to the people.
Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? It's
Yeah.
StrawhatYomo back at it again. And guess what? We're gonna be talking about one of my favorite sports,
Oh,
soccer,
oh
but
gosh.
anime style.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
One
Mm-hmm.
and the only Blue Lock, man. Blue
Mm-hmm.
Lock, man. First of all, I just wanna go by and say, you know what? Shout out to all sports anime, man, because sports anime it's really come a long way, man. I swear, man. We got our shows like Haikyuu, we got shows like Kuroko no Basket, you know what I'm saying? And now we got Blue Lock, a soccer anime about, about Japan. And basically, here's how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? The Japanese national team is trash, all right? They don't got a good national team. They make it to the World Cup and they lose. We got one character by the name of Ego. His job is to create the best Japanese national team. And you know how he does that? He said, "You know what? I'm gonna get a whole bunch of basically high school students. We gonna send out some letters, and y'all all gonna come to this facility, right? Y'all gonna get to the facility, and basically, last man standing in this facility is gonna be on a Japanese national team and make Japan proud. Now the plot twist: everybody on the soccer team is a striker. Now I don't play soccer, so I really don't know nothing about soccer. But I know there's more
Mm-hmm.
than one position in soccer, so everybody can't be a striker. So
Mm-hmm.
that's first and foremost. Uh, you know, overall, I thought the show was pretty hype. I like the premise. It was cool. There was action. I ain't really got anything negative to say about the show. I mean, Yoma, what you want to say? Because I know this show is very near and dear to you.
This show was hype. This probably has to be the best sports anime ever. You know why?
Mm.
Ain't no, hey, bro, friendship. We gonna work our way through friendship and beat the other team. It's no. It's just raw talent. Like it's ego. Y- You gotta be an egoist basically to be the best.
Mhm.
You gotta utilize your skill. Ain't no teamwork. You gotta be the best of the best. And it's a different plot. It's a different take on sports anime because we have the usual, oh, I want to play sports for the first time
Mhm.
and I'm not good, but I'm gonna train, I'm gonna get good, and then we're gonna go to nationals or whatever. This one's like, nah, we're gonna do Squid Games soccer. That's basically what it is. We get 300 students 300 high school players who are all strikers, and we're gonna narrow it down to one, and that one player is gonna play for the national team for the next World Cup, basically.
Mhm.
That's basically what it is. And so through that, they put these kids through the ringer, all these different trials and tribulations. And one thing that I was expecting going into the show was, oh, it's gonna be a typical like we're gonna work together and we're gonna beat the other team. Nah. First
Mhm.
match, you had these people, not even know. I would say the first game they had to play was they had to kick out the other player.
Yeah.
There was a soccer ball. It was like a game of tag, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they got these group of people in the room playing like kicking between each other, and it gets to a point where one of them has sprained their ankle, and he's like, I can't get up, and the main character's like, I could really just kick it to him and he'll be out.
Mhm.
But you know what he does? He said, nah, forget that, I'm going for the best of the best in this room, let me go and kick this boy. I was like, wait, that caught me
Yeah.
so off guard. And so like stuff like that, like little moments like that is like what I enjoy about this show. Um, it's just so hype, and
Mhm.
I like soccer. I feel like if you like soccer, you appreciate it more, but you don't have to watch soccer to enjoy the show.
Mhm.
I felt like overall, like this show was just amazing. Like they had hype moments where like niggas getting crossed up,
Mhm.
people, scoring goals that they shouldn't be able to score, like just little stuff like that. I just found like it was really dope. And I can tell the creator really does like soccer because he was putting in he basically like made real life characters into like
Mhm.
anime characters. So for people who watch soccer, they got Mbappe in there a little bit, an
Yeah,
inspired
he
character
does.
called Mbappe, but they call him Loki.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, yeah, yeah, they got. I don't want to spoil it later on, but you
yeah.
get to see a lot of these
Exactly.
inspirations as well too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
we doing spoilers regardless. So I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's true. That's true.
we
That's
doing
true.
spoilers regardless. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, you right. And I think I, I guess the way I would describe this is like I don't know, like I don't know, like AAU, but like every to get to the next round, people got to get cut, right?
Oh yeah, you
Eh,
got to get cut.
People gotta get cut, and it's just like cutthroat. It's like everybody's like, yo, like was it friendship, teamwork? They like, nah, man, this is blue light. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So so we got our main character, Isagi Yoshi, and like basically, like they all start off on a team, right? Like all the kids are split up into teams, right? And they're like Team Z or whatever. And basically, their goal in the beginning is to like find out how to make zero into one.
Mm-hmm.
Basically
Mm-hmm.
that means like your first goal is to understand what your talent is. Like everyone has a special talent in soccer. So like what is like vision, whether you got really at speed, whether you're good at dribbling, you gotta find out what your talent is and how to hone it, right? So our main character is trying to figure it out because in the beginning, the man was struggling. Man was like, "Yo, like, I really can't kick it that good. I'm not that fast. My dribbling kind of average. Like, what can I do, right?" But my man Isagi, you know what I'm saying? As usual, we found out our main character is a tactician. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying
Mm-hmm. Yep.
my man
Yep.
can see the field from a bird's eye view. You feel me? Shout out to dang, Naomi Osaka's boyfriend. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, he starts to develop his powers, and he has to like, every step of the journey, right? On a soccer field, they represent it by using like these puzzle pieces, right? And he starts off with one piece of the puzzle, and he has to like every time he gains a piece, you know what I'm saying? He gains a new ability. So that's how they kind of represent it, symbolically. You feel me?
Yep, yep. And every character has like their own thing that they specialize in.
Hmm.
So they got one character who is like who dribbles the ball, one character who can kick from the midfield and score a goal. Everybody got their own little special skills. So it's like also really cool seeing all these people like create their skills and kind of bounce it off of one another. I feel like one of the hypest moments I saw, there's multiple. I think and it's hard to pick one favorite moment that I had on that show
Hmm.
because every moment I just got up in my seat. I was like, no, they didn't. No,
Hmm.
they didn't.
Hmm.
I think one of my favorite moments was seeing it was Team Z, so Isagi's team, versus one of the better teams. And that better team had Nagi, the white hair character, the guy who can
Hmm.
basically like he's raw talent in soccer. He doesn't even try. He's just that good, but they do they cross the ball to Isagi after like faking out somebody,
Hmm.
and he does his famous thing, his direct shot, and the animation and the hype, like he kicks it and then he's just screaming, and I'm over here just screaming like, "Yo, that's
Hmm.
insane," and just stuff like that was just so hype. And when this show came out, they probably like scheduled this right. This show came out during the World Cup.
That's right. That's right.
So that this show was trending while the World Cup was going on as well too. So that was even more hype on top of that as well too.
And did
Like
you
you had
know?
Japan. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, did you know like the jerseys were actually like based off like the
Yep.
Blue Lock show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
That's
That's
how I
right.
know. Like Japan was actually doing pretty good for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, they were doing pretty good. Um, and some people were comparing like, oh, because Japan was playing this one team. I forgot who it was, but it was like a last second goal that they made, and it counted. And it was just like the exact same thing that happened in Blue Lock.
Hmm.
And it was like stuff like that was just so hype to me. So all I gotta say is like this show, if I had to rate it, it would be like a 9.
Yeah.
I didn't really have too many like bad moments with the show, to
Hmm.
be honest. I feel like the creator knew how to like give the spotlight to certain characters, It
Yeah.
wasn't just Isagi the entire time.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Let me see, cause I don't know, cause like you said, there are a lot of good moments in the show. And I think and I have a couple. I think one because when they're on this facility and like they get past like the first stage of blue lock
Mhm.
and it realizes like, oh, like there's no other like building. Like it's been y'all like
No.
the whole time. Like that was crazy, right? And then they gotta go into round two. Now I I like that I like how like when they started round two, like they had to go through those individual drills. And it was like, yo, it's like, all right, if you've been slacking, you're not about to make it past these drills. Cause boy, Isak was
Nope.
about to get eliminated. He was like, yo, he's like, yeah, I got the direct shot, but I'm not accurate. So I really gotta like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to really kick the ball. So I was like, I like to see that
Mhm.
little bit of character development. And obviously, like you go through each stage and you get a player, and then you and if you get if you get a player, you could take like if two teams battle and you beat them, you take a player from the team and you move on to the next stage, right? I mean, so that was all cool. And I think my favorite battle was so the best person in Blue Lock, like the best person is Itoshi
Rin.
Ren. Yeah, Itoshi
Yeah.
Ren. And he's basically like I think like his older brother's on the Japanese national team. So everybody's
Mhm.
looking at Ren like, oh, like he's that guy to beat, right? And the first time Isagi battles Ren, like Ren is like, yo, like is this the limit of your vision? Like you're not you say you got eagle view, but I'm looking two steps in the future ahead of you. Like he like they're having like this mental battle. It's like I almost want to say it's like light versus fucking hell. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they going
yeah.
back and forth. It's like it's a game, but they playing 3D chess with it. They going back and forth with it. And I'm like, oh man. And then that first game when Isagi when he loses, he's like, bro, like I don't even know why I lost. You know how crazy the feeling that is. It's one thing to lose and understand and get better for it. Man didn't even understand why. He said, bro, like what happened? It's like you playing a fighting game and you just get mixed up in combo, and you don't even know how to block it. You just getting beat up. It was like
Yep.
that. And then they came back. Isagi he rallied up and him and Baru, they was butting heads and stuff like that, and he had to devour Baru pause. But
Yep.
that that was a cool moment too because we got to see Baru, someone who was always king of the court, had to learn how to play as a team. Little things like that. But the best scene, right? The best scene. I am actually mad I didn't watch this in dubbed because so there's a scene right where where it's Isagi versus Rin and
I know you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, it's the second battle, right? It's the second battle and
Yep.
they going head to head again, but this time Isagi, like, you know what I'm saying, he know what to do now. He know what to do
Mhm.
now, you know what I'm saying? And it's like there's like this point, like, I think it's like the final, it's not the final goal, but it's like right before the final goal, right?
Mhm.
They're going back and forth and Isagi is trying to trap Rin. He's trying to like get him in a trap.
Mhm.
And then Rin reads the play. He goes over there and Isagi's like, "Oh no, how did he predict it?" Right? And then Rin's about to take the ball. And then if you listen to the dub, right? Isagi's like, "Got him." Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "Psych, got him." I was like,
I said,
"Whoa."
"Yo." I said the dub voice actor need to get an award for that. And
They
when I
were
s-
going
It was
crazy.
going crazy, man. It was going crazy. So, all that to say, man, I think I think this show is very solid, and I think to me it's only fair to compare this to other sports anime. So I mean, so there's actually another soccer anime called Aoshi no Basin. I've seen that one.
I don't think
Um,
I've seen that.
that on Haikyuu and Kuroko no Basket. I think this show is on their levels. I do think this show's on their levels to be honest. But better? Is it better than Kuroko no Basket?
Yes. I say it is
Okay.
better. I say it's better, and
I
here's the reason why.
okay.
Here's the reason why. At the end, Kuroko no Basketball, they a high school team or middle school, whatever it is. You
Mhm,
know how Japan does it. They would say middle school, but the guys are like they're 20 years old.
mhm,
They fought between their district, and I guess they won the state or whatever.
mhm,
And Blue Lock, at the end of it, they revealed that you guys are gonna be fighting the Japanese under 20 team. That's a team. That's a national team that's getting ready for the Olympics that they're training.
Mhm.
All y'all people are going to go up against them. That's the next step further on that. It's not just, oh, we're gonna find the best striker. Y'all gonna actually like prove that's the reason why. That's world building right there. That's world building.
Mhm.
And what happened? And not only that, they showed a little sneak peek when they brought in the players from around the world. You got one guy from Brazil, France, England,
Mhm.
Italy. That lets you know they're gonna start bringing other people worldwide. It's gonna do
Mhm.
international blue lock now. It's gonna be international. So
Oh
that lets y'all
gosh.
know that
Mhm.
I feel like that's the reason why that blue lock is better than Kuroko, because Kuroko didn't do anything like that. They kind of
Mm.
did it with the movie when they brought in some black people, but that's about it. So yeah.
I'm a say my ranking right now is Haikyuu, Blue Lock, Kuroko. That's my ranking. I still think Haikyuu is the best sports anime. That
Mm.
the way they is doing that in a volleyball show. But you
I
know,
haven't finished it, so I can't say. I can't say.
Haikyuu are so still though. I'm gonna give Blue Lock a 9 as well. I think that I enjoyed every single episode. There was not an episode where I wasn't
No,
enjoying it. So it.
there was there was plots and turns. You got one dude that was sabotaging his own team.
Mhm.
That part when they it was Nagi, Isagi, and Barrow on the team, and they're fighting the other three people.
Mhm.
And Nagi Isagi was like, "Hey, bro, if you want to act like that and get the ball, we just not gonna pass the ball to you. Let's just do our own thing." And they made Barrow look so bad.
Yeah.
That boy was contemplating like, I'm just gonna pass the ball to him, and they gonna kick the goal. I'm gonna be at home drinking a beer, just wondering what I do with my life. But hey, at least they won. And he's like, nah, forget that. He started crossing people up. I was like, what is this, bro? This
Mhm.
show fire.
Yeah. Uh,
But yeah.
Sakura Dragon Ball Z, everyone. Okay.
Yeah, not really, but yeah, I say Kuroko basketball is more Dragon Ball Z sports than Blue Lock.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. That's all I got to say about the show. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Uh, nah, just go read Blue Lock because I'm reading it right now, and trust me, it gets better. It gets way
Mm,
better. I was surprised.
interesting. Interesting.
So definitely read that because
Read Blue
that
Lock.
next season, that next season, I'm gonna need Mappa to animate that.
That brings an interesting question. Is the story in Blue Lock good enough that it can just be read?
Uh, yes, I feel like it's good.
Is good.
Now,
Okay.
I do feel like it gets kind of confusing. Really, with any shows that like has like a lot of action or moving around, I would say like that part is kind of hard to keep up with unless it's being animated.
Mm,
But overall, I feel like the story is pretty good. The story where it's at is pretty good. Like I'm impressed. No other, at least I haven't finished Haikyuu, but no other sports anime has done what it's doing so right now,
all
and
right.
I'm confident on that one.
You heard it here first, man. He's very confident. I ain't got nothing else to say. Well, you know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. And I guess we out.
Peace.